How are we all doing today? TrollTransplant here, once again. Hello. We're going to try to fix this broken Model 1 Nintendo Switch. So I already did do a little bit of work to it. Don't mind the mess. It's mostly for me doing the work. This was the old charging port. And yeah, there's more parts of it somewhere around here. Ah, yeah, here's the inside of the charging port. It was completely destroyed. So I have removed it, and I bought a soldering kit and all that to be able to do the work and proceed on. I had a heat gun to remove it. So as far to my knowledge, all I knew that was wrong with it is that charging port. There definitely could be some other underlying issues, but that's that. Okay, nothing important right now. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop right on into this. Don't mind the noises. There's a cat in here locked up currently. Is this? No, that's not my Y bit. Okay. Piece by piece, I go through these. Okay, that's it. So first of all, we gotta remove these outer screws. In fact, for you guys, I'm gonna zoom it in. The outer screws I'm gonna attach to this thingy because it's good practice. I don't know where I put the controls for the camera. I really don't want to be reaching up over and over to adjust it. I know I got the controls somewhere around here too, so I can zoom in on my work here. Oh crap, how do I always manage to lose my, there it is. Okay, let's zoom you guys in. Okay, readjust the camera here. I don't know if I can bring it up one more. That would be better. There we go. Kind of. Wish I had better equipment. So you're zoomed in as far as it'll let me without cutting everything off. So we're gonna crack open this thing. I've never done soldering a day in my life before, so this is gonna be a first for me. But I like to wing it on my electronics first, and this is one of mine. Not my main switch. This one was given to me actually because of its extensive damage. It's basically a donor for me to practice my soldering skills on. So that's what we're doing, I guess. I'm getting all the required screws for me to get into it out right now. So I need to ditch out those screws right here. And no, it does not have a cracked screen. That is a screen protector. So I do not have to worry about a screen. And I'm not going to worry about the screen with the current state being, I don't know if it works. Charging ports can cause a lot of issues if something really wrong happened in there. So say like pins crossed that really shouldn't have crossed. It could short the system out to an intense level. I already got the soldering equipment heating up over there. So when it does come time to solder, hopefully it's just a get up and go. So the mini screw goes there. Now a lot of people use guides to take things apart and put them back together. I just used my photographic memory of where everything went and a little bit of pre-planning on putting things together. Oh my, that screw doesn't want to come out. It like spins, but it's not like releasing at all. That's fine, I bet. But I can just pry it out. Yeah, definitely stripped out in some way, shape, or form. I think that's all the screws. Back plate comes off, and I got a special edition for this setup. So that's the back plate, and I got something to install on my personal one if this one doesn't want to start up. Well, even then, it's going on my personal one. I want a Windows-based switch, which would be quite the thing to say. So I want to fix this and try to put Windows on it for like Windows gaming purposes. Because the Model 1s are totally hackable and moddable, the launch ones, and this is a launch one. I do have the original box. It is not a red box switch. This, and to my knowledge, this is a hackable model. So getting this one running is top priority on the switch list. These things are expensive these days. iFixit. Yes, we got iFixit tools. Some iFixit tools. We don't got full stacked up kit on it yet, but I do definitely have some iFixit tools from the past and me working on things. I have used iFixit things. And I lost my screwdriver that went with this set right here. So I'm using the iFixit one because it actually feels a lot nicer than the other ones. Here's the back plate. Now we are getting a full look into this. I did attempt to do some soldering in here already, so who knows what I fucked up. Yes, I said a bad word. Don't be grabbing at my crap, cat. Back it up. Back it up. Well, now that the battery's not hooked up, I honestly have no problems just starting to pull plugs. Hey, no. That cat. Hey, knock it off. It doesn't matter where I put you. You're always getting into trouble. We have two different cages in this room. And no matter which one I put him in, he finds something to get into. Get away from my tools. I don't want to hear it. Definitely not recommended to use metal tweezers like I am in this repair. Especially not on like ribbon cage. Stop it! I'm going to lock you back up in that one. That cat. So we're going to remove this just so that it doesn't get damaged during the soldering processes. Especially if I decide to use heat gun. So let's pull the antenna cables off. Definitely not recommended to use a screwdriver for this part, but you know, I feel comfortable in here. No. Okay, I know what I gotta do. We'll remove the heatsink first. All that fun stuff. Okay. Oh, by the way, I do have your guys' chat up now on my streaming software. So you guys can leave me a quick little chat, especially when I'm not doing a gaming related thing, like directly on the computer I'm streaming on. I can chat back very easily off my streaming software. Everything looks like it checks out under the hood of this. That's wet. Moisture, maybe? I don't know. We'll reapply the thermal paste as well, just for good measures. I believe I got some right over here. Yeah, of course I do. So we got some thermal paste, some Corsair, you know. Now we're going to take this piece out. And I'm going to stick this one over here by the cat, because I'm not the brightest, I guess. He seems to have chilled out, so I'm comfortable leaving a few parts over there. Nothing too insane and important. In case the cat goes on a rampage in a minute here. I'll probably pop that up with my nail. There we go. Okay, we got the cartridge slot out officially. Now we're going to unscrew the fan and remove that. Also good practice to unplug the fan before you yank it out. Just for your information, if you guys are going to try to follow along with this guide, make sure you unplug it before you try to take it out. I'm going to put it over here. Oh shoot. I wish I had more space. I really do. So now we're going to unplug some of these other ribbon cables. That should be the screen one right there. That big boy is definitely the screen one. Hey! Knock it off. Any damage? Undetermined. I'll have to look more into that screen there. Okay. So now we gotta take the motherboard out. I got all the things disconnected from it. Now we gotta take out these screws, which I am just gonna leave them in a nice little pile because all these ones should be the same size. So it honestly shouldn't matter how they get swapped around. And I know where those shiny ones go. I do have a solder sucker to remove my attempt at soldering 2 wires to it after learning USB-C pinouts for the board. But I kind of sucked at it. So, I mean, whatever. I was just trying to test it pre-charging port ordering, so I knew whether that was all. Or if I should expect to have to drop a hefty amount, but, you know, that's what we needed right here. This board. So, we'll get the solder sucker ready. Right here. And we're going to give her a test run. Not bad at all. It's definitely doing things, I guess. When it's not feeling like it's about to come apart. Make sure that's all of it. Okay, I'm gonna go over that really quick. Double check my work. Okay, no, there's definitely a little bit of solder on there, but I think I can just remove that. Okay, I don't have microscopes or anything to look at this under. Like those big soldering guys. But I can. I do have really good eyes. And I can say, without a doubt, it looks decent. So, without further ado, let's get this charging port out the package. And normally people will like use like holders and crap like that. I don't have any of that fancy stuff. Hey, knock it off. We're just going for it right now. Okay, so I definitely do see how a heat gun might be nice for this. I don't see those pins making contact, really. I really don't want to do a heat gun on the table here. So let me attempt something here. Can I melt that out anymore? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's just supposed to securely fit down. I'm looking into it, guys. In my opinion, that should just sink in. But it's not. Okay, yeah, I've got to be able to dig more solder out of that or something. Let's crank her. I'm going insane mode with the amount of heat I'm using now. That's got to easily go down a little bit more, right? I don't know. I do think this is the right port. Definitely looks like the right port, just looks like it's not quite making contact properly. Like these pins are too high or something. Which is really kind of bizarre when you think about it. Actually, I'm wondering if it's just down to the fact of fitting of some of these other components. I do have a heat gun that I can fire up. Really don't want to do it on my table, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Am I right? Okay, what down here doesn't look so important? I'm sure for now my TV coming out is gonna be just fine. Oh shoot. When my table starts bubbling, I know I did a good job. Doesn't feel right. Like at all, that doesn't feel right. Okay, guys, well, let's see. What are our options? Shorten. That's too hot to touch. But maybe if I was to shorten that the slightest bit, it would work. That's definitely too hot to touch. As I keep grabbing at it. I'm wondering, I need some way to grab at this. I need it to cool down a little faster. Here's what I need. My soldering equipment's definitely got to be up to temp for what I want to do. I don't know. I don't know yet. Screw it. Might be a little bit hot to the touch. By a little bit, I mean like completely burn my hand to the touch, but wondering if I heat it up from the bottom side here, she'll slip right in. That's the hopes. Definitely not doing what I would hope. Okay. Plan B. Can I melt that down? Like at all anymore? Come on, I just need it to go down. If I can get that to sink down, I'm good to go. Okay, looking at that original charging port, which the pins on the back end were still good. How far down do those things go? I want to compare really quick. Gosh, I wish I knew what I did with it a minute ago when I was showing you guys. Put it up there. I think those pins sink down. They do. Why don't these ones? Wondering if I can just push them down a little. And call it a day. This doesn't seem quite right, what I am dealing with. They're not going to make contact like this. I do know that. In their current state, there ain't no way they're going to make any contact. I don't know if this would be a better tool for pushing them down. I just want to angle them down a little. That's literally it. They angled down. Shoot, maybe that'll work now. That was a straight shot down too. Shoot, that might just work. I'm gonna have to solder that in place, but yeah, looking good. Okay, let's drop a little bit of solder on each of those areas. Oh my gosh. You know what, if I get some solder on my table, no big deal, right? I think this is too hot. I'm gonna go down to 400. I don't have steady enough hands for this. That's for sure. Oh great, I'm getting all these solder beads on my table and stuff right now. Not quite what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh crap. Let me fix that problem. One problem at a time, guys. One problem at a time. Okay. This could just work now. Especially with the heat gun now. If I could elevate this ever so slightly off of something, that would be the winner right there. Okay. Let's get my long ones out. Okay, let's do this with a few sets of tweezers now. Okay, this is a mess. Definitely a mess. But I think I can deal with it now. Oh, I'm waiting for this board to cool off for me enough to move it. Okay. Good enough. I don't know if that really is any good. What I have doesn't look quite right. You know what? Okay. So we're going to attempt to make that fall off again with a set of tweezers. Oh, I'm burning the table. That's not working. It doesn't want to come off. Okay. Next approach, the solder sucker. Ooh, that's definitely warm. I don't know if it's getting much, but we'll see. Oh, I saw some stuff come out. It's gotta come off. If it goes on, it's gotta come back, right? Well, that one did really good. Okay, I don't know if I got enough off to be able to lift the port out again. Oh, I nicked the plastic. Crap. How are we gonna do this? Maybe with just a little bit of force I can just pop it off now. Definitely held on strong. You know what? I don't know how this will do. But what if I put this thing on high and then I do this, right? I got no clue what I'm doing, by the way. That's why this is an attempt. Looks mostly intact, I do think. Let me inspect that charging port a little bit closer, make sure I didn't damage it. No, not really. Just need to do a little fine tune to it now really quick. Get that plastic out the way. So there was definitely still solder on that. Right there. It doesn't want to leave. I don't know if I gotta turn up the heat or what. But it is straight reluctant to leave again. We're cranking it back all the way. I don't know what's going on here. Don't ask me. Like, I'm just trying to get the solder gone. And it's sitting here fighting me now. Okay, I really don't know what's going on with that. It ain't coming out. Whatever's going on here. It's not very happy with it. I'm trying to prevent it from hitting that pin over there. It's barely working. Okay, no, it is working. I can see where the indent's starting to show back up. Okay, so I'm just basically redoing everything I just tried to do. That's all. I think there's a hole straight through the board right now. I mean, not in a particularly bad spot, but like still. There's definitely some slight holes through the board. No big deal. Okay, Okay, so I got what I wanted, which was the port back out. So while I'm doing this port, I am going to elevate the front of the board a little. I'm going to turn this thing down. I want to do those first, just so I can make sure that back there's still lined up. Okay, this is definitely pretty difficult. But I'm going to install an HW fly. I need to do a little bit of soldering first. Get my hands a little dirty here, huh? The HW fly looks a lot easier to install than a charging port, I will say that. Little solder balls over here. Okay, now that I've done that, I think if I heat gun it, might come out looking good. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Give me a second. I need to stretch. Holy crap, all that leaning in. Give me a second here. The second repair, or the second modification I'm going to make, is more my style. I will say that. Oh crap, the heat gun fell. That's hot. Don't want that on the floor by my feet. How are them's looking now? You know what? I think they're actually making contact too. Okay. So I think that now we're going to apply the solder to those little pieces. This is coming out looking actually good now. I actually have a little bit of confidence in this looking decent now. Actually turning out, you know. I have a little bit of confidence in that. I'm not trying to have to solder each of those little pins down by hand. I do have something for that. At least I've been told I do. Oh crap. This little solder ball's give me problems. And then we get the solder sucker. We're gonna do this. Get that back out of there. Okay. So now, from what I heard, this special stuff I got called soldering paste. Right here. I should be able to take a little bit of that with, like, I guess we'll use these. Not too much from what I saw. And apply it across those. And that should help me with some of the stuff I gotta do. Let me take a little scoop of it like this. And just slap it in there. I don't know if this is working, but then they say you should heat gun it, but I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm just gonna go over these pins one by one like this. I think we're done. I'm gonna go plug it into my hub really quick and see if it responds to power. Like at all. needs a battery somewhat hooked up in order to respond. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm not seeing a response yet. Is it just the cord? Top question of the day. Holy crap. Guys, it takes power. The charging port install was successful. We successfully have installed this charging port and it's working. Let's disconnect the soldering equipment and lit our soldering paste and reassemble the console and see what condition it is in, if it powers on, all that good stuff. So let's disconnect all of this again. So yes, it gets power now. That is official. Somehow I actually pulled that off. I had no idea what I was doing. Kind of winged it all the way through. Oh yeah, let's not use the soldering paste ones. Not recommended to use the soldering paste once. It was fighting me about taking power at first, but then it just worked just fine. Like, oh crap, do I gotta like fit the charging port through or something? I do. That's a pain. Oh, and that fell back through. Dang it. There we go. We're reassembling her. Will it work? Probably not. Because I'm not a soldering guy. But sometimes you get what you get. So I'm just going to screw the motherboard back down and then plug in some of the things and go attempt to plug it in and see what it does. Could work just fine. Could not work at all. It's a gamble. But I took the gamble. Like, who cares? If it already doesn't work, why not try to fix it? If you already cannot use it, why not try and fix it? Lesson of the day, guys. And for those of you that'll take your broken stuff somewhere, like to this extent, and they'll tell you, yeah, we tried and we couldn't. Yes, try different ones, but don't always hold it against them. It just might have been above their skill level. like soldering wise or something. Now when it comes down to other things, like the simple, like just undoing a few screws and crap, that one ticks me off. But if it's soldering, I can definitely understand why you couldn't fix it if you couldn't fix it. So that's a gamble right there. I would like to keep that speaker working to some extent. There we go. And it takes power. That was the goal. I guess goal achieved. It does charge. The board does take power. My hub like has like little power indicators to detect like power draw and crap. You know if you know. Like so it's got like one of those built-in voltage meters. As far as this Nintendo Switch goes, I don't know much about it. I don't know much about its past life. I know who owned it, but I don't know much about what it actually kind of went through. And I know they said if I fixed it, it's mine. Anyways, like, if it's broke, it's mine. If I fix it, it's still mine. So knock myself out with this repair. So I got the port. Got the pieces. I'm really hoping for this Windows handheld. GPD Win 3 is way over my price range. The Switch Win 3 though, maybe not. Even as an Android handheld, that would be cool as crap. I know that they don't run the same architecture as standard Windows builds, but there are such things out there these days as ARM gaming things. Especially with Windows 11 floating around with 64-bit support for applications that aren't ARM based. Like, and I've played around with that on the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi definitely lacking in drivers. Never was intended to do any of that. It was intended as a Linux machine and only a Linux machine, which this is intended as a Switch machine, but it's running phone-based chips. And I've seen phones that get Windows installed on them and game like 40, 50 FPS. Like, and not just like the special phones that have like processors that could handle Windows in the first place, like a normal phone do it. So I am excited to touch on that stuff and see what my Switches can do. I'm still totally gonna mod my main rig. I mean, even if this one works, I gotta mod it, right? I hate this connector. These network connectors are my enemy. Always have been, always will be. Okay, at this point, I'm hooking up the battery. We're gonna smack this special piece back on. Boom. We're gonna slap that back down and in. I think that plugged in right. Okay. First soldering experience. Charging port is definitely pushing power into the system. I think I'm ready for the HW fly. I heard that's expert level, but like, who cares? I think I can do it. I just needed to get the base mechanics on, like the best technique for me. And mechanics mastered. I think I figured out how I work best at doing this. We're not gonna install any of the cooling quite yet. I'm just gonna go plug it in and see if the screen comes on after I hook up all these. I know that these are not essential either. And I just screwed up by putting it on. Actually, but yeah. Well, it definitely takes power. Let's pull the stocks cable out for now. Like an actual official Nintendo Switch cable. And give her some real juice. We're gonna let her sit for a second before trying to power it on. Because this thing, if it works, it's dead. Okay, so no use not reassembling the system now, I guess. I'm just leaving it on the charger for a while I do the second repair thing that I have. So I'm not going to pull that part back out. I'm just going to install the cooling back in and all that good stuff. And that's about it. Then I'm going to put the entire console back together before going on and proceeding with my next mod on my personal Switch. And no, it's not the HW Fly yet. It does not come in that fast. I did not order it yet. I literally only mentioned it yesterday. Okay, well, let's get that cable all lined up and put in. really quickly. And lock it down. Okay, now we're going to screw in the cooling. One, two, three. Oh, come on, number 3. Get in there. Oh, I almost forgot to put in the charging port screws as like the reinforcement braces. Do they work? Oh, yes they do. You best bet they do. They go right in there. Which means I definitely lined that up pretty darn good. Okay, let's put these screws in now. Yep. I'm reassembling the system.
You gotta give little guy pellets and stuff.
Yeah. So guess what?
What?
I put the port on. And I put the port on and plugged it into my hub.
Good. Well, I'm getting ready to do my thing,
Yeah.
kiddo.
You know, voltage showed, so I'm putting it together.
Okay, good.
Hopefully that's all the problem is. Hopefully that's it. End of story, no more big problems here. Okay. Let's get this cooling put in. Come on. I did mention re-thermal pasting it. Let's do that. I got my isopropyl over here and a Q-tip just for this. Just for this job. And re-thermal pasting the system. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think we were gonna get this far to even thinking about thermal paste at all. But it definitely takes voltage, my hub shows. Okay, where's the copper bit? Let's clean that off as well. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just good enough for me to apply some more thermal paste. Over the perfection on that. Don't even know if the system's gonna work. Okay. Perfect. Piece by piece, carefully putting this thing back together. That's how you do it. And heatsink installed. I think that's all of the internal parts through here. Now we're onto the back plate. Running low on thermal paste. I'm gonna have to go get more. So we're just gonna put in that middle one first. Kind of like a support. And so I don't forget it. If you guys are excited to find out by the end of this live stream on if this switch is working, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It would help out a lot. I mean, either way, you guys know I'm gonna show it. But if you're really truly excited and you like this content, hit that like and subscribe. I'm not gonna say this is gonna work at all. There's probably another underlying problem from the other charging port. That thing was mangled. But I will say I did install this one successfully, and it was taking a charge a minute ago. I think I put a screw in the wrong place. Not gonna lie. I do think that that's the wrong screw area. My bad. Because one's supposed to be there. Now we're going to oh, the heat gun blew around some of the smaller screws. I mean, whatever, I guess, right? Oh, I hate this thing. It's a pain to get lined up perfectly. Oh, I heard a little pop. I think it installed okay. Okay. That looks usable. At the very least. Now we're gonna smack in these screws. I think one of these is stripped out. I can remember if it's top or bottom. We're gonna find out, I guess, huh? Top. That didn't take anything to put in. Okay. I was a little bit better at my organization in the heat gun crap, or at a separate station. It's good enough, I guess. Whatever. I would like to have those extra little screws, but sometimes it is what it is. Oh, there's that one. Only missing one now. This one goes to right here. That's not right. I should just pull that top. No, it's fine. Whatever. It's gonna work no matter what, I guess. Yes, I'm missing a screw. That's what I get for taking the heat gun out and full blasting it like that. I do know where each screw goes, though. Turns up, I'll put it in. No big deal. Okay, final screws. These ones are a little bit annoying. But nothing I can't handle. It's gonna look a lot less awkward with the charging port not missing. I will say that. Definitely gonna look a lot less awkward with the charging port in that slot. Now, this next, the modification I'm about to make to my console, next, really quickly, will not require me to even power it off. It's just a quick, easy modification. Well, I don't know about easy, but it's a quick modification. This one is as good as we can get it. We're gonna plug it in. So, here's my console. We're gonna slide these out for quality insurance. I'm gonna take the game out the slot, you know. Oh, it tried to turn on. Oh no, not right now. Thank you. So we're gonna take off the stand here. We will take out that micro SD. Did it freak out? Oh, yeah, it didn't like that either. There's the void if removed sticker crap. Oh well. Let's just get that off the shell here. Off the bottom part. There we go. That's all I'm really concerned about, getting it off of. I don't care.
I'm going live in a minute, Billy.
Okay.
I'll wait to turn my music on, but
So we're going to take this screw out. That screw out. And once we're done with this slight modification really quickly, then we will look at the other switch and see how it is doing after repairs. And I will try to power it on and see if there's any like weird noises or anything if it is not working. But I do gotta remember it has not been plugged in a really long time, so do keep that in mind as well. Don't know the last time that thing could charge. So my personal is getting a little upgrade. Oh, let's get that top screw out. And those bottom ones. Don't want to forget them. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's going to be a little surprise for when I actually pop it out. And you know I'm serious about this because I just popped a warranty sticker. And I got this thing like less than a month ago. So it was still very much under warranty. But I mean, it works. So, couldn't ask for more. I'm not going to make them cover it if it quits on me or something weird. Now we're going to pop this back plate off. Here we go. Holy crap, it doesn't want to come out. We're getting it. We're getting it. Look how clean the inside of this one looks. Pretty nice, huh? I'll put it over there. So we're gonna remove this really quickly. And we're gonna remove this really quickly. And we're gonna get our scraper tool out. Remove all that soldering paste off the end of it. And we're going to remove the grills here. Okay, now this thingy right here, yep, I just threw it because we got the Animal Crossing back plate. Not really into Animal Crossing, but I do know how many people are trying to get their hands on one right now. There's a lot of people trying to get their hands on Animal Crossing Switches, so cheap way to pretend like I have one, which I think is pretty funny, is to just swap my back plate out really quick. So, on the back side, you can't even. And we stuck the back grills back on. Now we're going to stick this back on. No big deal.
for someone that's not even a relative, I don't even know their
My switch is going to look amazing.
motives are. I'm probably not the right person either, but for sure a hell of a lot better than somebody whose motives we don't know, But if she's one, then she would have thrown the stuff out and started before you find out.
Okay.
But
The last of these pieces on. And that should leave it completely usable. Boom. Now we take my switch. You guys better be ready for this. Oh, this is already looking amazing. Okay. Does want to come off, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna slap these screws back in really quick. We're gonna start with the top one. Okay. Now we're going to do the two bottom ones. Really didn't even crack open the system. Now we're gonna do this one. System got quite upset with me for moving the card like that, but you know. What can I say? I had stuff to do. Oh great, the screw doesn't want to go. There it went. That's what I thought. Now we're gonna get the side brace screws in. Apparently I did have to shut off the system against me thinking I didn't. Is it shut off for me? It said you're doing what now? Removing your SD card? Oh no, I was doing more than that. I was removing a lot more than an SD card. Little did the system know, but I was removing the entire back. That's definitely supposed to sink in more than that. That will probably do. That will probably do. Swap bits. Put the corner ones back in here. It no longer shows everything quite correctly as info for the back, but no big deal. Nobody will know the difference. To them, this is just going to be my Animal Crossing Switch. This is going to look sleek. Last screw of the mod. And then we can turn it on again. Okay. SD card. Back thing. Put the game back in really quick since we're here. Slap those controllers and Joy-Cons back on. And looking sleek. Let's power it up. There we go. It's turning on. Not a problem in sight. As far as this goes, perfectly functional. Animal Crossing backplate. Job done. As for this switch, it's not doing anything yet. But I do know that there has to be some other underlying damage in the switch. So I'm not surprised. I'll plug it into my hub over here and monitor it closely, I guess. It definitely takes a charge, though.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured the shit show would be after she passed. My half-brother would step in, and there'd be some sort of big argument between siblings, but it looks like the shit show's starting early. And, you know, I understand.
It's charging. That's the goal, I guess. Mine is successfully modified and the soldering stuff is cooling off. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. If you liked it, be sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified of when I upload. I am planning on probably doing another stream tonight with some games and stuff. I just gotta kind of clean up my area here and get it all prepped up for that. But do expect that. Hopefully I can get that out. Yeah, that's going to be all for today. And I will see all you dudes in the next video.